Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Toll. I am running to be on the Brown County Board of Supervisors for District 22, and I'm making this video for the League of Women Voters to hopefully garner your endorsement and also your vote this coming spring election on April 7th. The reason I'm running is because I've had a lot of life shakeups lately. In 2025 in January, I lost my father, and then the following August, I lost my grandmother, who I was very close to. And these events really brought my own mortality to the forefront, and it made me realize that if I don't act now and do something with the time I'm given, I might not ever get the chance. And so I really wanted to throw my hat into the ring and let people know what I can offer them in terms of being an elected official. My wife and I are self-employed. We run a business out of our home. It's basically online sales in fashion, to put it simply. We've been doing it for 6 years now. It's just the two of us doing it. We love it. We're full-time employed. It's a great opportunity, and we're finally pretty financially stable, where I was like, I can poke my head out and see who else needs help. And this, timed with these losses that I had in my own family, just created kind of a perfect storm for me to want to, like I said, throw my hat into the ring and offer myself as an elected official for my neighbors and for the betterment of Brown County. Another reason I wanted to run is because I'm really tired of our elected officials being appointed by the board chair. Right now, about 22% of all of Brown County did not vote for their elected official on the Brown County board. They were appointed by the chair, Pat Buckley, and that is just not how a representative democracy should work. We should be voting for our elected officials. They should be hearing our voices, and they should be doing what we, the people, want them to do, not just the person who appointed them onto this board. And that's currently the situation that we have on our hands. My own current supervisor was appointed this past December. He garnered no votes. I was actually not given the chance to even interview for this position because they never made an announcement publicly that this position was going to be available. So I never got a chance to even try. And even though I had all my Brown County board paperwork in, that says, pretty much all it needs to say, So this spring, I'm really hoping to garner your vote. I want to be the voice for you, the people, and for all my neighbors in Brown County. Some of the real pressing issues that we have here in Brown County. The first is this lack of transparency, and that means several things. One, we do not record or live stream our meetings. That's really detrimental to having a knowledgeable public who knows what's going on, and then they can say, hey, I do or do not like these ideas that you're pushing forward. They have no way to know unless they're going in and trusting that the minutes that were written up are accurate. And I've looked at them myself, and there's just not a whole lot of information there. A lot of the discussion that actually happens back and forth doesn't get recorded. That's why we have to start recording and live streaming. Additionally, I want transparency of the actual supervisors on the board. A lot of them hide behind not having any social media presence. They don't go to town halls. They don't go to these forums where they can talk to their constituents. There's no transparency on who they are and what they believe. How can we as a public trust our officials to do what's in our best interest if we don't know anything about them? That's why I've been so vocal on social media, and I'm the only one going out and actually taping the meetings right now and putting them up on my own social media pages. It's crucial that we track what's going on and that we know who these people are so we can trust that they're acting in our own self-interest. The last problem that I see that I think is something that's most actionable and that I would like to take on myself is small business support in the area. Right now, the Small Business Administration is almost non-existent in Brown County, and the Greater Chamber of Green Bay doesn't do a whole lot in terms of actual helping businesses get up off the ground. They're very good at ribbon cuttings and making things public for other people to know that something has happened, but in terms of actual day-to-day support, there's just nothing there in our county. And I feel like we are very, very vulnerable to these large corporations in town right now who they don't even have to close. They could just decide that they wanted to move for a tax break in some other state. All of a sudden, we've got thousands of people who are out of work, and we don't have the jobs and the infrastructure to support them and help them. Homelessness is already on the rise. Unemployment is on the rise. All of these things are very bad, and the average supervisor on the board right now is been in office on average since 2014. So if all of these negative indicators are going up, there's only one way that you can take that. It's that whatever they're doing is not working, and we need new, fresh faces in there to help our neighbors and actually do the work that's necessary. We have money caught up for our court systems and our education systems down in Madison. I'm the only one who's been going down to Madison to try to push for things that are actually going to help here. And I'm not even on a board yet. I'm just a concerned citizen. So I want to be in a position where I actually have power behind my voice instead of just the voice itself and saying my neighbors support me, which they do. I want to be the one to do that work. And the last portion, I know you said 3, I'm saying more than 3, but I'm just very passionate. There's lots of things that need help around here. And the last thing is really interconnecting the different parts and the communities of Brown County. We are so spread out and isolated and siloed that the help that can be provided from one group to another cannot have that cross traction right now because the groups just don't even know about each other. And I want to help be the person who can start pointing out, hey, you have this service, you can help that group of people, and vice versa. And we're going to just create this interconnected web of neighbors who want to help neighbors, and we're just going to bloom this county. It's going to be an incredible time. I'll wrap up there. I know that's more than you asked, but again, my name is Jacob Toll. You can find me on all my social medias. I'm running for Brown County Board of Supervisors, District 22. I really hope to gain your endorsement and your vote this coming April 7th. Thank you so much. Love you all. Thank you.